Hallo Gilou. Oh. Hello, hello. I'm streaming from Quebec. Just getting the glue out of this little dried part. Trying not to waste one single drop. I'm almost done with this canvas. Woohoo! This will be done today. And I'll be starting on another one after this one. And I prepared a ton of paper because last time I had to finish my live early because I didn't have enough paper. So I'm all set for today. We'll be here for as long as it takes. As long as you guys are interested. So I'm gonna... Oh, thanks for liking. Oh, snap, you're almost done. Yeah, but I have another canvas after. So I don't know if you were celebrating with me or if you were sad that that I was about to finish, but I'm celebrating this one and I have another one after. So that's fun. This is Canvas 7 out of 10. Oh, are you putting two together or is this a different project? I'm doing the background, all the backgrounds for 10 different canvas, and afterwards I'll be doing a pouring on top. So, and these canvases will be an abstract representation of short stories that I'm writing. So it's a like bigger project where this will lead to my first solo exhibit, and then this will lead to a book, art book being published. So yeah, a lot going on here. But today, just focusing on this glue. Also, I had this idea where I would ask you guys if you're interested in getting one of the paintings named after you. Because this project is all about memories. Oh, Charlie's Angel. Oh, nice. I can't wait to see it when it's done. Make sure that you follow my profile so you get notified, because you'll be able to see all along the way, like all the steps. You'll see I'll be going live during the night of the show. There is one specific night where I'll invite the media and I'll be doing a speech. I'll also be launching the book at the same time, so people at the show are able to buy their copies. And since this project is all about human experience, I was thinking maybe I could offer my donors to get one of the paintings named after them. So I created a link for that. I'm not ready to share it today, but you can send me a message if you think you would be interested. It's going to be $50 to get a painting named after you. It could be named after someone you love too. So let's say it could be named after your daughter or your lover, a partner, like whoever you want. It could be a teacher. So since like it's human stories, I just thought it would be very cool if each painting had a first name type of, like let's say your name is Marie, I would name the painting Marie, and then in smaller prints, I'll add like your actual full name, and I'll add the location. So you would be permanently in an art book. Your name would be in this art book forever, because not only it will be on the painting, I wanted more people to be able to see my work, so that's why I'm doing a book also. So if you're a donator, your name will be printed in the book. And then I have a lower tier. If you want to donate $5, there will be a page dedicated to people who supported me. So I'll be sharing the link soon. And you get like the first one buying a painting. Well, not buying the painting, but the first one naming the painting will get to pick their favorite one. I think that's an exciting way to get you guys involved in this process. Meanwhile, if you want to send me little likes here, it helps me get more visibility, which is what I need this year. I want everybody to hear about my work so that maybe I'll get special offers or opportunities. Who knows? I'd like to be on TV. Nothing less. I want to be on TV. We have a show here in Quebec. It's called Big Brother Celebrities. But they only allow celebrities to go on their show. So maybe next year I'll be known enough to get invited and be on TV. Yay, I'm done, but don't go away. I have another one. So yay. Just need to celebrate this one first. Let me show you. That's it. It's just a background. I'll be doing a painting on top. It will be a pour painting, a little bit like what you see there. And let's move on. Oh, Charlie's Angel, thank you. I'll be on TV. Yes, let's manifest this together. Thanks for your comment also. That's so awesome looking. Thank you. Can't wait to see like the actual result when they are all lined up on the walls. I'm buying very nice frames. They're going to be black because I feel it goes well with the ink from the paper, so it will really create a nice contrast. Where do you get the words from? This is from a dictionary, a bilingual dictionary that we were going to recycle at work, at my day job. So I was looking at the same time for a way to combine both my art. So I'm an author first. I've been published since 2013. And then words just fall on my lap, you know? And I've always loved like gluing like this and just like manipulating like the glue, the paper. It's just satisfying. And I like that it's a bilingual dictionary since those are both official languages in Canada, and I'm very proud to be Canadian. I also speak both French and English, so it represents me as well as a Canadian, but as a person. It was very meaningful. Like all these different meanings just kept popping. So I was very excited to start working with this. And my art is all about abstract. I still wanted to have something with that it had something to do with acrylic pourings. So everything just made sense. So yesterday I prepared a lot of these papers while watching TV. So I'm ready for a long studio session. Also this morning I was working on the first short story because this exhibit will be in May and I need to have my book out before the exhibit because I want to take this opportunity to sell them, because obviously people who are going to visit are going to be interested in my art, so there's a chance that they would buy the book because the pieces will be sold for $500 and the book maybe $25. I'll see. It depends because I need to check first like how much is the printing. I'm using Amazon Print on Demand. I'll be doing a hardback. The stories are in French though. This is a French project. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I'll do a translation later on, but I mean, there's not a big market for this type. Does it cost a lot to make a book? Such a loaded question because it depends if you're talking just about the printing or if you're talking about like the whole process, like the opportunity cost of your time. You could go as far as saying, well, the time I'm doing this, I'm not working. Okay, the whole process. So let's say you have to give up work time to write. It will cost you that, your wage. But at the same time, if you do office work, then you might kind of sneak in some writing time during your office job. That means you'd get paid to write, to be writing on your process. And then you get to decide if you want to invest in editors. And there is a variety of pricing for that. Then you get to decide if you want to invest in different software. You need to invest in a cover. I've paid up to $100 for cover, but obviously the price can be in thousands of dollars. But also you could use AI to create a cover, or you can pay maybe $20 for someone that's really good with AI to create a cover. So it really depends on a lot of different factors. And then you can pay also someone that will make sure all the grammar, like there is no typo and all the grammar is correct. So it's different from an editor. There are different types of editing also. Some editing is more about the overall story, and some editing is more about does everything make sense? Are there plot holes? And then what else comes after that? Okay, so once you got the cover, you could pay someone to do the layout of the book, or you could use some free software, or you could do it in Word, which is quite a challenge because you have to make sure that's the right size, blah, blah, blah. Then you can publish it through different places. So you could self-publish on Amazon, where you don't have to pay to self-publish. You only get royalties when the book sells. You could go to a printer, and depending on how many you order, the price will vary. And then you need to ask many different quotes because different printers have different setups, so it might be more expensive someplace or another. If you find a traditional publisher, they'll pay for all of that part, like the editors, the cover, and those are traditional publishers. If you go with vanity publishing, which I do not recommend, I recommend either self-publishing or traditional publishing. So vanity publishing are companies that I feel prey on authors because they'll pretend that they are a traditional editors, but they'll make you pay for everything. So they make their money by making you pay for their editing services, and you're locked with them for like through a contract. So once you realize that you got screwed over, you're kind of stuck with them. You have to buy through them and stuff like that. They'll charge you money. They'll charge you sometimes thousands of dollars. So informative. You're awesome. Thank you. I've always wanted to write a book. Go for it. Go for it. Like you gotta get started to finish it. The first book I wrote took me years, because I feel the hardest part is just to believe that it could work. So you start, you got this great idea, you get started, and you're like, no one's gonna want to read it. And then 2 years later, oh yeah, thank you, Charlie. I'm definitely going to buy your book soon. Thank you. I got a link in my bio with all the English versions that I have available through Amazon. You can also order through your bookstore, but it's not on the shelf because there exist thousands and thousands and millions of books. So they need to order it for you, but it's not more expensive. You just need to ask them and then you go back and they have it for you. Yeah, where was I going? I lost my train of thought. Anyways. So, thanks for listening to me ranting while I'm working on this. Oh yeah, I was saying the first book took me years to write just because I just gave up along the way. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that dream of writing a book. And then life always gets in the way. There's always a good reason not to do it. And then like through little bursts of hope, I ended up with an actual book. I would work on it for a couple of months, then give up, a couple of months, give up. So it took me forever. So don't be too hard on yourself, but get started. I was worried about writing the 10 short stories for this project, but then I couldn't get myself to start on a computer, so I'm like, I'm just gonna jot down some ideas in this cool notebook that I have. And so I was just like factual. I want the lady to do this, I want her, okay, she'll be in school, she'll be going there, blah blah blah. Very boring. Just like the facts of what was going to happen in the short stories. So that I was able to get started with that. And then I just kept going. Once I had everything down, I had still enough energy and creative power to get started on the actual story. And today I was able to type it out on the computer. And while I was typing, I got more ideas, so it got longer. And I'm close to having the first draft finished for that. So it was a way, maybe this could work for you too. Some authors create a very extensive plan before they start writing, but I like to be a discovery writer. A discovery writer is someone who has some kind of idea, like where it starts and where it ends, but you don't know what's going to happen along the way. And you kind of let the characters take you on this adventure. And you meet them at the same time as the reader will. And of course, you have to work over and over and over. You don't write a draft and publish that. But if you go through it 3 times, once, like you get the first draft and then read over 3 times, it's gonna be awesome, like for sure. Because then you'll notice, first time you read, you'll notice every little details that you missed. That's like, I see the story in my mind, but then I feel like I leave out obvious details. I know exactly like what the library they're sitting in looks like, but I need to share that with the reader. So I need to remind myself along the way, okay, now you need to add more details here, more like describe what's going on, the emotions, stuff like that. This work here is my first solo exhibit. I've been doing a few collective exhibits, and I still want to do collective exhibits, but I was looking for a way to, how can I say this, better my resume, my artistic resume. So in the art world here, probably works the same in other countries that are similar to Canada, kind of have to go through like the ladder, if I could say. So everything is ranked and has like a specific weight assigned to it. Depending on the space where you show your work, it has a different weight. So you get more credibility for doing a solo show than doing a group show. So this will be like a step up on this ladder, working my way up to professional, to a more professional status. And once you are more professional, you get to exhibit in more professional spaces. And as you go up, those spaces pay you. And when you go still higher, they'll pay you more. They kind of renting out your work. So let's say the exhibit will be for 2 months. They might give you $200. And then you can leave with the paintings. Like they don't buy the work. They rent it out for the show. And so once I'm done doing this first solo exhibit, which I'm doing in a private, it's not a private home. It's like a big community, a big retirement community. They have like maybe 500 apartments there. So it's huge. All of them will be invited. So once I'm done doing this exhibit, I'll have the material ready to rent it out to other places. So yeah, I'll try myself trying to reach higher in the rankings for professional spaces. If you'd like to help me out, simply like this live. You can share it with your friends. You can also follow my profile because I'm desperate to reach 1,000 people. I need 1,000 people for some of the features on TikTok, so I don't have access to some features that I need. So if I get 1,000 people, then I will have access to that. So it's a great way to help me. You can also send me some gifts during live. This helps the algorithm push me out to more people. Also, when you add comments, it shows TikTok that you are interacting with the content, so it helps me out too. I feel like you don't have a good view of what I'm doing right now. Okay, maybe like this. So yeah, those are all simple ways you can help me out on this journey. You can be part of this journey. I'm streaming from Canada. Where are you guys from? I often see in usernames, I see Canadian flags. So I know quite a few of you guys are from Canada. And it's just, I think, part of TikTok. They'll send to Canada first, I think. From looking at my stats from the past week, I had mostly people from Canada and the US, but then I thought it was very interesting to see that I got people from Ukraine and Brazil. Those were my top 4 countries. Baltimore, Maryland, hi. Northwestern Ontario, here 16 hours away from Toronto. From Melody. Hey, hi Melody. I'm located in the province of Quebec. What latex product was that? It's glue. It's medium gloss. It serves both as varnish and as glue. Mod Podge could work too, so thanks Charlize and Joe for that. If you want to do professional work, I'd advise you to invest in this type of glue because it has like properties that makes the work last longer. And you can see a link in my profile to buy this glue. But if you just want to do it just as fun, like, oh, look at this, so satisfying to peel. If you're just doing it for fun, why not Mod Podge? Or even school glue could work. It's just that it's gonna yellow faster. But I wouldn't pay like for the professional glue if it's just like a personal like hobby, like junk journaling or something like that. I have 2 different links in my bio for products that I have on Amazon. So my art material, so including the glue and the paint. And I have another link, so I created another list for all my books. I have 10 books as of today because I'm writing more, and you can find them there. Not all of them are available in English, but those that are on the list. I don't know how to position myself. Can't see here. See, I prepared all these little papers over the weekend. Hello, welcome to my studio. It takes about 10 hours to complete a Canva like this. This is number 8 out of 10 that I need for my first solo exhibit. You can ask questions if you want to. This process is helping me letting go of control and embracing the chaos. And that's what I really liked when I started doing pour paintings. Let me show you an example of what pour painting looks like if you don't know. Like just abstract. Let's see the whole picture. You want to see the canvas or you want to see this here? Let me show you. Okay, so this is what I'm working on. I just finished this one this morning, but it's finished just for the background, because then if I show an example of what I'll be doing, there'll be like a pour painting in the middle. So this are examples of what I am working on. And this is since I'm showing this, this is a pouring that we did live last week. So people got to pick the colors and we did it together. And this here are 2 artwork that I got back from a show. It was fundraising show, so I was able to sell one out of 3 paintings that I was showing during the show. So half the proceeds were going to an artist association that I'm part of, and the other half was paying me. It was a profit for me. Well, not actual profits, but sales revenue, which are different. Profit and sales are different. I want to do all the mixed media first, like the collage first. And I also use these recordings on my YouTube. So if you ever want to go back and just enjoy the process of this canvas slowly being covered. Then you get to go see that on YouTube. You can find my, I guess it's a handle on my profile picture, on my profile. It's written in my bio. I'm also a little bit brainstorming about my future project, even though it's not going to be, it's not going to happen before next year, okay? This show will be in May, but then after that, I have other writing projects that are already on the calendar. So next year, I'd like to do another solo exhibit and build my body of work. But I'm the kind of artist that does not like to repeat what's been done by me. Might have been done by others, but not by me. So after completing those 10, unless there is like a big market pull or something, like an opportunity where like something amazing happens that would drive me to do more of these. But I believe that there won't be, even though I'm the Lulu sometimes. So yeah, I'd be looking to do something else. I want to keep the pouring, but maybe experiment with other types of background. Or I think right now what would be the most interesting to me would be to start using threads. So either crochet something through or just glue it, like crochet something and glue it, or like weave something through the canvas. I'm also interested in recycling paper. So maybe something using recycled paper. I want to recycle paper here, like create homemade paper, and then use homemade made from plants, okay? Vegetal dyes. You can make them from plants. I saw a very awesome book the other day. I'm an author, so I'm a book nerd. So yeah, the book was about that, and I just got very inspired by that. So you can use, of course, beets. Like everybody knows, when you cook beets, like the water turns red. But if you add either vinegar or baking soda, it will change the pH of the dye, and so it will change color. So you'll have 3 colors just from beets. Then you can use dandelions, which we have in abundance here in the spring. So it's something that's very easy to get. So I'll be doing recycling, like a recycled paper, and then mixing natural dyes, and then using that paper somehow. Or I'd like maybe to glue some precious stones or jewels, or can't think of the word in English, like paillettes. Not sprinkles, but anyways, I don't think I'll find the word. So yeah, next project, we'll see. So I'm streaming from Canada, from the province of Quebec. Hello Sylvain, hello Flo, hello Jessica, hello MLC, hello Akim. Welcome to my studio. If you want to try this, you can use different papers, different kind of papers, and different kind of support. So different kind of papers. You can think of newspapers, old children's book that are falling apart. You could use a Bible. You could use, I'm using dictionary. You could use junk mail that you get. What else? You could use very old novels that have gone yellow. I don't really like the yellow undertone of old books though, but I think they look interesting. Could be interesting. And then you can do different sizes also when you tear it. You could just tear the papers and then arrange it in a rainbow type of color, or just go with all the blue on one of the canvas and use all the greens in another canvas. Oh yeah, that makes me think National Geographic would look great with all the landscapes that you would tear in little pieces. And different kind of support. So I'm using a cardboard canvas style. But you could use boxes, you could use bottles, cans. You can help me out by following my profile. I'm looking to reach 1,000 followers as soon as possible so that I can unlock some of TikTok features that I need. Hello Lawa, thanks for following me. Hello Love, hello Yaz, hello Brenda, hello user 7T. Welcome to my studio. My motto this year is visibility creates opportunity. So if you want to help me with that, you can like this live so we get more people to be with us in the studio. Hello Gloria. Hello Shazia. Hello DTTS. Hello Ask Girl. Welcome. I'm having a hard time like really placing this correctly so you can see everything. This work will be my first solo exhibit in May, and then afterwards I'm flying to Chile for a vacation just 'cause why not? Never been to South America. I've been to Central America, but not South America. Where are you guys from? I typically get many Canadians, some US, and then a few international viewers. This little piece here. Okay. Thanks for sending me some likes. It helps get more people here. And I do want more visibility for my work. I'm hoping that this will eventually lead to opportunities for shows, for sales. Maybe one day I'll be able to be an artist full time. Right now, I only make a couple $100 each year. And since I've been coached by Gemini, and I asked Gemini, like, tell me what I could do to get more people to see what I'm working on. And yeah, I said I do have a TikTok account, I have a YouTube, so are those good ways to find maybe customers or at least people interested in my work. And one of the advice, because like of course on YouTube you could eventually be making money from ads, but what Gemini taught me is that one of the more what's the word I'm looking for, immediate way that I can make money is to have affiliate links. And I already had affiliate links with Amazon. So the way it works when you're an affiliate is that when customers go to the store and buy something from the list, I get a small commission from that purchase, and the customer doesn't have to pay more. It's the same price. So it's just Amazon giving, like sharing their money with me. So if you're interested in buying my books or buying the art products that I'm using right now, you can check out my lists. I have two. The links are in my bio on my profile. These pieces will be up for sale during the exhibit. I'm thinking of $500 as a price. What are you making? Let me show you a mock-up I created before I started on this journey. This is what I'm making. So there will be a whole background with the little pieces of dictionary, and then I'm making a pouring. I don't really like this one, how it turned out. I like some of the details, like for this part I don't really like it. It cracked and stuff like that. So anyway, it was just a mock-up on a piece of paper. It will be a solo exhibit, so I'll have 10 of those framed with 10 short stories. So each painting comes with a short story, or I could say a short story comes with a painting. So I'm working on covering 10 canvases, and then I'll be doing the stories, and then I'll be doing the pouring. And the pouring will be live too, so make sure you follow here so you can see them. I feel it's very exciting to watch a pouring because there is an element of surprise. Once I lift the cup, that's when I know what's gonna look like. And then when it dries, sometimes other colors pop through. But mostly you can tell right away if it's gonna be a good one or not. And they have to be all successful because I'm not doing more of those canvases. It takes 10 hours to cover one. And even though I enjoy the process, I can't say I enjoy it enough to redo it because I messed up. That would not seem like a good reason to redo one. If someone buys one and I need another one to do a show, then I will gladly create another one. Do you leave a random blank space in the middle to paint? I should do that. I thought about doing that. It would make a whole lot of sense, but I don't. So I probably stupid for not doing this. I just feel so satisfied when the whole thing is covered. It's a mental problem, I guess. I like this feeling complete, like everything was done. But I did come up with a somewhat logical, a little bit reason is, what if I do a pouring and it has like some place that we see through and there's no paper underneath. So that's my kind of way of making it rational. What do you do after you cover it in words? I do a pour painting in the middle. Let me show you an example. Oh, this is my favorite from all my examples. So I did this on a piece of paper just to see what it would look like. And also I used these pictures to create a fake exhibit with AI. So it was very fun. I asked AI to use the picture to make it bigger to the size that I'm working on right now. So it's 16 by 20. And I told AI, you frame it. And I said, put it in a nice gallery. And so I was able to see my vision come to life. This was useful also to convince my partners to, like, the place where I'll show the paintings, to have actual, like, examples of what I want to do. So that's why I created some mock-ups. And each canvas will be illustrating a short story, so it's all abstract, but my goal is to create a pouring that will evoke a specific emotion. And I think the easiest way to explain it is if I use the example of anger. When you think of anger, what color comes up? Most people will say red, at least in my culture here in Canada. Red and black. So obviously I would pick those colors as the main colors of the pouring if I want people to think about anger, to feel like it's evoking anger. And I would also try to give it more straight lines. So I would shake the pouring while it's like expanding on the canvas. So that's the way I can explain what I'm looking to do. I just started working on the short stories. That's the part I'm the most nervous about. Even though I've written many books, I don't know why I still get nervous producing writing. This is the number 8 of 10 canvases. I also use these recordings for YouTube. So maybe like a longer lasting presence online. Because these lives, obviously, once I'm done, unless I transfer them to YouTube, then they'll disappear. It's my way of documenting my journey as an artist. I think I'll use some of the recordings on a screen during the show to show people how much time it took, like the process. I think it's fun to share that. Thanks for everyone who's sending me likes, because it helps me get more people on this live. So that's a free way for you to help me. Also, each time you comment something, it helps the algorithm push me to more people. And my motto this year is visibility creates opportunity. So I'll let you know by the end of the year if it worked. I'm giving myself a year. I do have a day job. I took some time off right now to do this. One thing also that I like about this project that I've discovered along the way is that it helps me let go a little bit of being productive, because obviously this process is not productive. It's just a slow and tedious process. But I'm just in the present. I'm very present. I'm not thinking about other things. I'm just talking with you guys and gluing the day away. I'm very future focused. I always have plans and projects. But when one thing that comes with that is that you don't enjoy the ride. You just go, 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 go. So always going somewhere but not enjoying the ride. So I want to enjoy the ride. So taking my time. Woohoo! I love this. Bye. Okay, I have another one here. See. The perfect peel. Has my fingerprints on it. Okay. This is the little Tupperware. It's not an actual Tupperware. Don't know what brand it is. I use this and I prop my Canva up so I can go underneath to do the side. Probably a waste of time too, because nobody's gonna notice if I don't go all the way down. But I make sure that even the little corner is gonna be perfectly covered with a little piece of paper. Okay, I need more glue. This is the glue, if you haven't seen it. Streaming from Canada, Quebec. I'm feeling hope for the spring. At least we don't have this very, very cold front that was here for way too long, like 2 weeks. And it was pretty much everywhere in North America. Even Cuba, it was like 0 degrees. I like this idea. Thank you. Let me know if you try it. You can use different types of papers and different shapes for what you cover. Let's say you thrift like a cat. You could cover the cat in paper just to give it another look. I'm using a dictionary because I'm an author and I wanted to find a way to blend both of my art passions. So I'm a visual artist and an author. I've been published since 2013. I've been doing more professionally art because I've always been doing some art, but I've been more like serious about this when I discovered pouring in 2019. I really like pouring for its abstract possibilities, playing with colors. I like the fact that you're not in control. You have to trust the process. Sometimes it can be frustrating, but it's my favorite way of creating art. Watching the colors move, and when you just succeed, you just know like everything's in place. So it's very satisfying. Wrapping the corner like it's a little gift. Here you go. The sides are taking way more time. Oh, thanks for following me. I need 1,000 people to follow me to reach my goal, because I need some of the features that are only available to creators that have 1,000 followers. So if you want to help me with that, just go hit follow. You might have it on the screen, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you have to leave the live to follow or not. This has been going way faster than expected just because I'm always excited to be live. Tina Louise. Oh yes, thanks. You're now part of my fans. So awesome. The second fan. Awesome. This will help me get more people on my live. I forgot what I was writing about. I'm too excited. What was I talking about? Oh yes, thank you. Yes. Thanks for sending me this heart. Very much appreciated. Let me see your name. I miss you. Oh, Tina. Thank you so much. That's very generous of you. Thank you, Iliveth, for following my profile. So yeah, I need 1,000 people. It's taking forever to reach 1,000. But I wasn't very serious about this until a couple of weeks ago. And every time I do some live, I get at least 20 new followers. I wish I'll get 30 today. Why not? Hold on, I need to do a test to prove TikTok that I'm a real person. Like this little puzzle where you have to move the piece. Okay. I'm not a robot. I use these recordings on YouTube, so you can follow me there too. So my videos are 24/7, not just when I'm doing a live. Tu es québécoise? Yes. De Saint-Georges-de-Beauce. Ton accent, yeah, I know. Can't help. Oh, ma meilleure amie habite là. Seriously? In Beauce in general or in Saint-Georges? Hello, for those who just joined, you can ask me questions. I try to keep an eye on the screen. I'm looking down here, but I have the screen up. But sometimes I could miss your question, and I do apologize if I miss your comment. I'm not trying to ignore you. It's just that I'm just a human. J'adore le power snack et la fromagerie pas loin. Yes. The power. What do you buy there? Have you tried the mini golf? Hello, thanks for being with me in my studio. We are 90 people. That's really good. I think my top mini golf vraiment cool. Yeah, thanks Caro for sharing. My son is crazy about this mini golf place. See the glue I got stuck on my finger. Has my fingerprint on it. Thanks for following me. Thanks for sending me hearts. Thanks for sending me gifts. Also, if you want to support my work, you can go through my Amazon affiliate links that I have in my bio and my profile. This doesn't cost you much. This doesn't cost you any money to go through my affiliate links. And the way it works is Amazon will give me some money if you buy through my link. So same price for you and some money for me, so I can pay for more material to create even more of these live with you guys. I'd like to reach my top record ever, 222 people at the same time in my studio. How amazing is that? Maybe we'll beat that record today. And hopefully I reach 1,000 followers soon, since I'm looking to unlock some features from TikTok. This is Canva number 8 that I'm working on. I need 10 of them for my first solo exhibit in May. I was planning on doing it on the 28th, but now I'm thinking of maybe moving up the date because I'd like to do the exhibit before flying to Chile. I just bought tickets last week. I'm going with my father. My father is always scared that people are gonna think that he's my sugar daddy. A lot of people think that he's my sugar daddy or that I'm married to him. I'm like, no, this is my actual dad, not a sugar daddy. He was part in my, he was involved in my creation. So yeah, we don't sleep together. Yeah, so my dad is very easy to be with. He'll just go along with whatever I suggest. He eats pretty much anything, so it's not complicated to go out to eat. So he's a good partner, travel partner. Last June we were in Greece together, my father and I. It's just so amazing to have this opportunity to see things that I read about in books. I went to Delphi, that's in Greece. I knew nothing about Delphi before going to Greece. When we flew there, it said, oh, one of the top 10 things to visit. You know, you Google that. So I went there. And then they tell me this myth about being the center of the world. So it's like the nombril du monde. Translates to like being the belly button of the world. And then I just happened to see like references to that everywhere after traveling back here. So I probably had seen things about that before, but just never struck. It wasn't very interesting, or it didn't strike me. But now that I've been there and I've seen the actual, like they made an art piece representing a belly button, and it's in the museum there. They have a fake one outside and they put the real one inside to protect it, obviously. And so yeah, I saw the belly button of the world in Greece. How awesome is that? Chile, I've been researching like who are the main artistic figures. If you're from there, let me know where I should go. Gemini mostly talked about authors, but maybe Gemini knows that I'm an author, so that's why it didn't talk about painters. But I like painters too. But there is like a museum where this very well-known poet, you can visit his house, so I'll go there for sure. You can ask questions if you want. Try to keep an eye up. Sometimes it moves quickly though. I'll be self-publishing an art book based on the material I'm working on today. So if you're new, if you just got in, I'll be writing 10 short stories and I'll have 10 paintings. So the book will be about this project, what it means. Of course, it will have the stories and the painting, photos of the paintings. But it will also explain like what I'm trying to achieve, what I've discovered along the way, and what this work is meant to express. So I still have a lot of writing to do to do all that. I still have to take all the pictures. I still have to organize the show. A lot of work, but it's exciting to me. I mean, it's not meant for everyone, obviously. Like my sister-in-law, she's a hairdresser, and I always say, oh my, that's not something I would enjoy doing. And I'm sure she would not enjoy doing this collage, and she would for sure, I know for a fact that she would not like to be an author. She does not like books, and she does not like writing, and she hated school. Yeah, so what I mean to say is that there's a place for everyone in society, and we each need to contribute in our own way. And I feel sad for those that are not good in school because you feel like a loser, but then you're not a loser, you're just not meant for that specific frame. But then this can affect like your whole history because you grow up thinking negative things about yourself. Like my nephew, he's always getting like bad reviews at school. He's such a happy kid. He's moving all the time. But my sister, she's like, oh no, I got another word from the director saying that he's disturbing and stuff like that. But I know he's gonna do great things. He's just a great kid, but he's not meant for the classroom at all. He loves being outside, so he'll probably be working outside. I was thinking of offering something very special. I was thinking if some of you guys would like to be donators for this show, in exchange, I would name a painting after you. So one of the paintings that I'm creating would have either you could choose to name it after you or buy it for someone else. So it's just the first name. So your first name, even if it's very long, like no matter how long it is, just needs to have use like Latin letters, so a Latin version of your name if you're writing it in another language like Arabic or stuff like that. And then also your name, so the name of the donator, not like the name that you want to name the painting, but the name of the person who donates will be included in the book in print. So you would be part of this story, this journey. So I'll probably share the link soon to see if there are some people interested in contributing to this journey. I would just think it would be so meaningful to have like your name on a painting, and it makes so much sense since I've been meeting with people for the short stories to tell me about their life stories. This show will be called Memories. I feel it really ties in with the human experience, and to have like actual human beings naming the artwork, it would be great, I think. I don't know if anyone will be interested, but I mean, I gotta try it, right? Let me know if you have questions. I don't see a lot of questions. I'm running out of ideas. What should I be talking about? Also, some of you have been here for a couple of minutes. Some of you have been just got here. So I don't know if I'm just repeating over and over and you heard it 3 times the same time, the same thing. Make sure you follow my profile so you get to see the whole process. I'll be going live the night of the big night. I'll be doing a speech. You'll get to be here with me virtually. The show will be in my hometown here in the province of Quebec in Canada. Hello Isha, hello Priscilla, hello D1FN, hello Michael, hello Squeaky, hello Jal. These little pieces come from a dictionary. Are you making this in the shape of something? No, I'm covering the whole thing, and there will be a pour painting in the middle, and the pour painting is not in the shape of anything either. This is an example. I like the free-flowing pour paintings. I've done some that I just tape around the pouring before doing the pour, so it has like a specific shapes. So I've done circles, I've done a horse for a specific theme. It was like a special order kind of, but not for this one. I want it to be organic, to be free, kind of crazy a little bit. I want to go crazy. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks for your comment. Michelle said nice. I want to have a ton of people here live when I do the pouring. I feel this is the most exciting part. So when I tear the dictionary, I'm not looking for specific words. I don't want to know what the words are. I use all of them. I'm not choosing to remove words, even if they are considered not so good words, let's say. What I do select though is that I want a variety of letters and a variety of both French and English, because it's a bilingual dictionary. So I go and like flip through it and make sure that I have like a page from the B, a page from the Z, and then I mixed it up. Once it's over, I mix it all in here. And I have some that, see how you have the columns like this? This is one of the steps. I'm not sure if it's worth it, since I don't think you really see what the words are. Sometimes it's just not logical what I'm doing. And I love it. I'm too brainy, I'm too logical. I want to be free, emotional, crazy, weird. Or I already was weird, but I just tamed myself. If you can leave some so we can reach more people. My record, my personal best was having 222 people at once with me in my studio. Right now we're at 93. I need TikTok to push this live to more people. My motto this year is creativity creates opportunity. What did I say? Visibility creates opportunity. So I'm testing this out. One of my goals is to be on TV. Either me as an artist or my work. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear my stomach is digesting. Hello Dewey, hello Martin, hello Juverus, hello Steady, Gracia, Jeff, Masayan. Yeah, it's going up. Thanks for those who are clicking to leave me some hearts. We need more people in here. How do you feel, guys? Are you more relaxed? I often get comments that this is just relaxing. I know I feel zen. For my part. This is a big chunk of glue. I feel like my nail is gonna come off with the glue. Oh my god. My thumb can breathe now. I'm glad to be sharing this process with you. Thanks for being here. Maybe if you're shy to comment, you can send me a message afterwards. If there's something some questions or something you want to share. Thanks, Melissa, for following me. Thank you so much. I need 1,000 followers to unlock some TikTok features that I would like to have. Oh, thanks, Melissa, for the likes too. Are some of you wanting to try this? What are you making? I'm working on my first solo exhibit. I have a mock-up that I can show you what I'm working towards. So, see. Oh, Melissa, I'm a collage mix media artist too. Looking forward to seeing you more. Oh, thank you so much, Melissa. Thanks for following. I'll go check out your work too. So this is what I'm working on. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Beautiful. That's my favorite one out of all the ones that I did a mock-up, because I just used random paints and didn't pay attention much. So I have this one, this one, this one. But like these three are not my favorite. I prefer the green one. But those were just so I could visualize and also share my vision with partners. I was hoping that I might get some money like grant money as an artist. I didn't get it. I got some very positive feedback. I was like, when they analyze the how can I say that? Like the requests, like when they review your form, your application, you're up against other artists and they rank you. And I feel like I was close to making it on the list, but not quite. But I decided that I would use my own money to do this. It's like you write you complete forms, you say what you're gonna do, you do mock-up work, you find partners like an exhibit partner that I had secured, and then they say, oh, well, you haven't been picked. So, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, just give up on this idea that I've been thinking about for months? And like, no, I gotta do it. Even though probably won't make money out of it, but you never know. I feel like one of the emotion that's helping me take action is my delulu, my hope. Hope the right person might come to my TikTok, hoping someone somewhere will read the book and that I've written and say, oh, this will be a great TV show. Get signed somewhere, get paid for interviews or whatever, writing gigs. We'll see. I'm open and hopeful. Seasons when I lose hope are the times when I quit working. Like I don't write anything. I don't create any paintings. So I really need to keep that hope up. Even when the results are not there. Hello Chloe, hello Josh, hello Garden Mermaid. That's poetic. Garden Mermaid. Oh yeah, you got a badge. Garden Mermaid. Awesome. Thanks for 3 roses. Yay. 1 more rose. Awesome. Thanks for following me too. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the support. Yay. So many roses. Thank you. Thank you. If you guys don't know what the roses are, they help me be more visible, and they are also, I can exchange them for money later on when I accumulate enough. So it can help me in my art career to buy some products and stuff like that. Wow, Garden Mermaid, thank you. You're so generous. This is awesome. I never gotten stars before. Thank you. It's the first time I'm getting those. Wow, I'm lucky today. Thanks for those who just joined. I'm working on 10 paintings. This one is number 8 of 10. Thanks for everyone who's liking or commenting or sending me gifts. It helps me gain more traction on YouTube. I enjoy supporting artists. Thank you so much for your support, Garden Mermaid. I really appreciate it. Thanks for being here. This is coming along great. So yeah, I was saying I'm creating 10 paintings, and they will be grouped with 10 short stories. This is my project to blend both of my art together. I write and I'm a pour painter, and so pouring is what I enjoy the most, like the free flow of the colors. And then I just happened to have this dictionary that was just useless at work. We were going to throw it away. And, okay, sorry, I saw a message. We were going to throw it away, and I said, oh no, that's exactly what I was looking for. To blend words with art, with visual arts. It's literally what I'm doing. Blend words with paintings. Maybe it's a little on the nose, but whatever. That's what I'm doing. That's it. This show will happen in May. If you follow me, I'll be live. Garden Mermaid, thank you so much, sending me more roses. Awesome. Yeah, so the exhibit will be in May. I'll self-publish a book on this project. It will include obviously the 10 pictures of the paintings. It will have the 10 short stories, but also talk about the process, why I came up with this idea, how I felt along the way. Just want to share as an artist, like what my experience was. And I'm always keep the Delulu as high as I can, but I know that I'll probably won't be selling a lot of those art books. That's not something that's very commercial or popular, but who cares? I just want to do whatever the hell I want. Isn't that freeing? I want to feel free. I want to take action. I want to be bold. Hello Guillermo, hello Chase, hello Casu, number 1. Hello Win, hello Virgil. Welcome everyone. Will we get to past 200? Oh, we are 123. I just saw 180 a couple of minutes ago. Thank you for being here. You guys are special. You guys are the best. Don't forget to give some like to this live so that we can reach more people. If you know someone who would like to compensate me but have this work like in the studio somewhere in Japan or in Kazakhstan or here in Brazil, write me an email. Maybe just by putting it out there, I will manifest this. As I said, Delulu, I'm Delulu. Keep the Delulu alive. I need more glue. This is just a lid from another one. At first I was putting it right on the canvas, and then I had leftover glue in this and the lid. I went like this and I'm like, oh yeah, that makes more sense than just adding it directly on the canvas. I have an affiliate link for the glue if you're interested. It's in my bio. The box of paper. I have to tear these, huh? Do you know that? I'm making these. It takes forever. It takes about 10 hours to cover the canvas, including like the tearing and everything. But at least you guys are with me, so it's a fun time. Let me get some drink. Okay, let's go. What is the paper from? From a bilingual dictionary that I got for free because we were going to recycle it at work. So many books end up in landfills, or hopefully they get recycled. But I'm giving this dictionary, a second life. I don't even know why they had that there, because we're not offering anything bilingual. We're supposed to offer bilingual services, but we don't have English-speaking customers. So as much as I would love to speak in English at work, there's just no opportunity. We did translate the website just to comply with the requirements. You may have said so already, but are you using Mod Podge as your glue? I'm using this glue here, which lasts longer. It won't go yellow as fast as Mod Podge. So since this is for a professional project, I invested in professional glue. So if you're looking to do something more professional, use this specific glue. They have 3 different gloss. So they have a matte version, they have really glossy, and this one is medium gloss. But if you're just playing with paper or doing like a junk journal for your own enjoyment, then go with Mod Podge. Thank you everyone who's here with me today in my studio. Time goes by much quicker when I'm renting. Blah, 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 blah. Thanks for sending me little hearts. That's great. I want to get more people involved in this. I want everyone to see what I'm working on. This looks so peaceful. It is. It's helping me let go of productivity and just live in the present, which is a challenge for me. And so this project is helping me achieve that and experiment that. Like the slow living. Thanks to everyone sending hearts. I can see on the corner of my eye, I'm getting hearts because I want to get more people here. I also want to get more people to follow my profile. I need to unlock some what I call features. Okay, so I'm gonna be moving to the side here. This is a very thick, high quality cardboard covered with the same material as a canvas. So it's cheaper than an actual canvas. And once it's framed, like you won't be able to tell. And so I want to cover the side. So that's why I lift it, so it won't stick to my table while it dries. And this is the part that takes more time. Thanks for following. Thanks for sending me hearts. What type of brush are you using? I don't really know the brand. It's just like I bought a kit to do other stuff. Like I'm gonna have to wash it obviously at the end. I wash it after each session so I can keep using the same one. So that's the size I'm using. I don't really know much about I was gonna say toothbrush, about paint brushes. I think you could buy a cheap one. Yeah, Jen, that's it. Creation. What are you going to do with it later? With this work, I have a solo exhibit planned in May. I also want to publish a book from the material from the exhibit. And then these paintings will be up for sale. They will be $500 each. That's Canadian money. I'm from Canada. So they'll be up for sale. But also I'm offering them, you hear how the art scene works is that you have to fill out a project, what are they called? Like you offer the exhibit to specific places and they rent out your paintings. And the one I applied to would be for summer 27. And so in summer 27, if they pick me, they'll pay me like $2,000. So can you show the glue I'm using? Yeah. I also have an affiliate link in my bio. So that's the one if you want to do a print screen. You can, if it's just for a personal fun project, then you can use Mod Podge. If it's more professional project, use this one. It has UV protection in it so that your artwork will last longer. I keep referring to my Delululand, but in my Delululand, this will be in a museum, you know? So it has to be very professional. So I'll have, on top of that, I'll do the pouring, and then on top of the pouring, I'll do varnish. So it'd be super protected. hopefully I'll be able to rent this exhibit to professional spaces to add to my resume. So how it works is that you have to build your resume. So you start with lower ranking, and I do like the little quotation mark. It's all very pretentious in my mind. So let's say you want to do a show in a cafe. That's the lowest ranking where you can do an exhibit. And then you move up to local spaces where they might start giving you some money to rent out your paintings for the time of the exhibit. Oh, you also have libraries, which are at the lowest rank. But it's higher than cafes, though. Yeah, cafes and restaurants and shops are like the lowest thing. And so you have to work your way up. You start with the lowest ladder, and then you move your way up. And also you can do collective exhibits. That's also on the lowest rung. And exhibits also have rankings in between them. So if you do a collective exhibit in a small town, it's going to rank lower than in a bigger city. So just like a strategy where you have it's a whole world that I just keep learning about. I don't know if this applies to other countries, but this is how it works here in Quebec. Even in the rest of Canada, I'm not sure if it works this way. I believe it does, though. And I'm on my way to the Louvre. Yep. The Lululand again, talking. I'm old, but I'm young enough that I can still build this career over many, many years. I'm 43, so I still have time. I can still invest 40 years of my life trying to work my way up this artistic ladder. Thanks for being part of this journey. Right now, as an artist, I make only a couple of $100 a year through royalties and paintings that I sell. And I'm gonna be more serious about selling and putting my work out there to see what could happen. Also trying to build my network. We live in a world where the network is key to everything, to job hunting, to finding a partner. So important. I wish it wasn't, because I'm not a big networker, but I have come to be a networker out of necessity. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And I'm starting to build that. What glue are you using? Let me show you. This is it. If you want to do a print screen, this is a professional glue. You can use Mod Podge if you are doing just a personal project, because this glue is expensive, and I have the link in my bio if you want to check it out. If you buy through my associate links, I do get a small commission, so it can help me, and it's the same price for you. So if you want to go ahead and go through the trouble of going through my link, it will help me. Hello H. Hello Isabel. Hello Stephanie. Hello dear I think it's Chinese. No, I don't think it's Chinese. I don't recognize the characters. I wish I could read them, but I can't. Hello B, hello Little Sexy Empress, hello Steffi Shell, hello Amelia, hello Tit Blonde. I need bigger pieces for the side. I like your patience. Thank you, Creations by Sly. I don't know. I think I did this wrong. I read this wrong. But thank you for your comment. Thank you for being here. Thanks for confirming that I said this right. You never know like what language people speak. So when I read the names, like, do I read it with a Spanish accent? Do I read it with a French accent? Or like what? You read it correctly. Yes, thank you, Creations. Thanks for being here. I think it's the longest live I've ever done. I'm on fire. Hello Devlin, hello Luke Air, hello Casey, hello Wei, hello Bill, hello Lizzie. I'd like to get more people to see my live, so if you want to like, it would help me get more people. Thanks for the likes. It gives me energy to have you guys with me in my studio. Luke, thanks for following me. I'm aiming to get 1,000 followers. I'm streaming from Quebec in the province of Canada. I started thinking about this project last summer and I got started in January. I actually interviewed 10 people for this because I'm going to be writing 10 short stories, and this my writing will be inspired by what I learned about their stories. They were very generous to share with me. They were people in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s. I really like talking to older people because I think one of my fear is not having a successful life, I guess. How can I say that? You know how they talk to people that are dying? Like one nurse did a book about this, and she asked dying people, like, what are your regrets? And I feel like when I speak to older people, that's where I get to learn from their journey what they regret. Luger, me too, they have so much wisdom. Exactly. And you gotta take some and leave some because they've lived in a different time than us. So maybe not necessarily following the advice, but following the message behind what they have to say. Like most people regret what they haven't done and not what they have done. So I feel like it's something to think about. Sometimes we are scared to do things, and those are potential future regrets. And when you do something that turns out wrong, or whatever word you would want to say, it's just another life experience. it makes life more exciting in the end. Like it's like when I travel, every time something happens, like people stole my money or we get lost, like, oh, that will be an amazing story to tell. So I'd rather be telling stories about things that went wrong than not doing anything. That's why I finally decided to buy my plane ticket to go to Chile. Yay! So I'm learning about the culture right now, to know what kind of money they use. What I always research like the history, try to know what are the political situation, the current one, a little history, background history on that. I also, for the specific country, I don't know much, so I have to research like who are the creators. Here in BC, hello. Trying to see who are the creators that have changed like the face of their country. I've seen one, Gabriela something, I forgot. She's a poet and she's the first one from her country to earn a Nobel Prize in literature. So I want to know more about her. There's also a poet that has like a house you can visit, so I want to go there. Hi, what is the white stuff? Oh, the white stuff is the glue. Okay, so this is a glue. So it acts both as a glue and varnish. Let me know if you have questions. I think I'm out of things to say. Carla, no problem. My pleasure. I do have a link in my profile if you want to buy it. If you go through my link, I get a couple of cents, which I invest right back into creating more art. Where do you buy the glue? It's available on Amazon. I'm sure if you have a craft store near you, they have it too. I don't think they have it in places like Michael's, but here we have Dessart, which is like the higher end seller for paints and stuff like that, like artistic material. So depending on where you live, Amazon is the easiest, I guess. Even though some people hate Amazon, which I understand, but as an artist, as an author, they've helped me. They've given me access to a market that there was no way I would have been able to access on my own or with other resources. So that's why I'm not able to hate Amazon. No problem, Creations Bisley. I missed it. What kind of glue are you using? Yeah, no problem. I'll show it again. Here, Tracy, if you want to take like a print screen of it, you can do that. They have three different gloss. So this one is the medium. Obviously, you can read. Sorry, but they have like a high high gloss and matte gloss. Do you feel the entire frame, then paint, or... Oh, yeah, I know you. I get your question. Yeah, I feel the entire frame, even though I know it's kind of a waste of time. Because I could guess where you were going with your question. Tracy, no problem. My pleasure. So yeah, I do cover it all. It would make sense not to cover it all since I know the middle part will be covered with paint. It's just that I don't control the paint. Okay, this is a logical reason. I don't control the paint, and I'm worried that if some part of it is more transparent, that it will show, and then there will be no way to go back and glue to fill the holes, the little holes. But I think it's more of an emotional and irrational reason of feeling like I've done it perfectly, that I completed the whole thing. So yeah, it's not a good reason, but anyways, it's illogical. One thing I'm learning with this process is not to be productive, because it's been my branding to be productive. I even wrote a book on productivity. I'm obsessed with productivity, and I'm always thinking of ways to optimize, blah, 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 all that. I'd like to live more in the present. So I'm experimenting with this by not being efficient and doing something stupid and covering the whole thing. And I have 10 to make, so I could save quite a lot of time if I wasn't to cover the whole thing. And then I guess I could go back and fix if it's on the side, but then if it's in the middle, then I wouldn't be able to fix it. When you see the completed pictures, you'll know that this crazy artist did not leave one empty spot. If you want to help me out, I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, so go ahead and hit follow. It's free for you, and it gives me access to new features on TikTok. Oh, thanks, Cass, for following me. Cass Creations, thank you. Thanks for people liking. It helps me get more people in my studio. TikTok pushes my life to more people when you guys like or comment. That makes sense. Thank you. Yeah, in a way it makes sense, right? In the way of understanding emotions. It makes sense for not making sense, right? Art doesn't need to make sense, I think. Okay, I'm out of glue, so I think it's a good moment to stop gluing for today. I've done so much work today. See, like I've covered all this, maybe a third, let's say. So if you want to see some of the things before you go. So, glue, common question. Oh, Sylvia, I love this. It's awesome workout. Any paints? Thank you. Thanks for being here. Okay, let me show you for those who didn't see it. So these are in process of being torn. Then I have mock-ups. Linda, that's really cool. Thank you for your comment. A mock-up that I did just to show my partners that are working with me on this project. I made 4. This is my favorite one. I was not very intentional about the colors I was using. I was just trying things. And here is a full canvas. This is number 7. And if you see close, you can see all the little pieces. So this one will have, I think I messed up my microphone. Okay, so this will have a paint on it, a pouring on top of it. I use the flip cup technique. This is a pouring that I did live with people in my studio. So I had more than 10 different paintings, and we picked the colors together. People voted for their colors, and this is the result. So I prefer, what I like is this part. I feel like it looks like a heart, but someone commented that the whole piece looked like a heart. What do you see? Do you see a heart too? Linda, I create journals and altered wooden cigar boxes and clocks. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Journals. So are the journals like the cover made of wood, or is it more like a junk journal where you feel the journal? I'd like to know more. Oh, you like the green one? Yeah, I like the green one. That's my favorite. I don't like the other ones as much, but it's okay. I was just trying things. See, I love these little cells. So I really like this one. And I also would like to show you here. Oh, you can see like my computer and where I put the phone when I'm working. Creations by Slee. It's beautiful. Thank you. So this one is called the wolf. I feel like it has it's like barking at the moon with wings. That's what I see in this one. But you get to invent whatever you want. So these are pourings I did before this concept of adding words. And I do want to keep doing just simple pourings on either a Canva or paper. I use really thick paper and then frame them. I feel like these are easier to sell because they're more decorative. So it's easier for people to see them in their space. Linda, I use heavy cardboard or use old book covers and sew signatures in. So I can't say that word, sorry. Sewing, yeah, signatures in. Oh yeah, I've seen that on TikTok, like people doing that. That's really cool. I'm gonna show you another painting. So these two, I brought them back home. They were in an exhibit for sale for $50. I had 3 of them and yay, one of them sold. So that's always very fun. On this one, try to think, what do you guys see? I see a mermaid. So if I point it out to you, that's the tail here. And then the darker green is like her body. And then she has a hand extended like that. So yeah, that's how you can tell if you're crazy or not. Linda, I missed your comment. One of mine covers had real tree bark and twigs. That's awesome. I used to folk art paint, do pen and inks and pastel. Thanks for sharing, Linda. So also, if you want to check out the links for my books, I have that in my bio. So if you want to stay on, I'll show you my books. I don't have all of them in print. So this is an example, Mind Your Brain, 288 insightful questions to live your best life. So what I like about this is the message of this is that we need to turn inwards to find our truth. And this, I feel like we always hope others will tell us what to think. Recently, I'm like, oh, I need to go see a medium to contact my mom so she can give me advice on what to do, blah, blah, blah. I know what to do, but sometimes I just don't have the courage to say it, and I don't have the courage to live it. So I came up with these questions that you could use to journal, and I use too. What I like is that I put it in different categories so you can pick depending on where you are, what you're looking to do. or you can just go randomly like 31. If I were to succeed beyond my wildest dreams, what would my life look like? And then you start brainstorming and just free writing. And yeah, get the courage to say and write. And then you get to decide if you're gonna live your truth or not, but at least you know what it is. This is the old cover for this book, The 1 Year Plan, How to Build Your Empire One Brick at a Time by Creating a Personal Plan. So this is a method I came up with because I had way too many projects. I'm inspired to learn, write, create, travel. And when you are all over the place like that, it's hard to, feels like you don't really get results, or I don't know, I felt frustrated about that. So I put everything down on one piece of paper, all my ideas, and then I made decisions about what I was going to focus on for a specific year. And I've been using this method for like 15 years. But after 5 years of using it successfully and people asking me questions about it, I decided to write a book on it. So it's a small book, it's a tiny book. So if you're interested, you can check it out. I have this one, 587 Affirmations for Women. Linda, thank you. You're awesome. Thank you. And in this book, I feel like with AI maybe lost its relevance, but what I still enjoy about it is that you can also go from section to section depending on what you want. Like for example, the section to find love, or you can just go during the day and pick one affirmation. I surround myself with inspiring people. So affirmation of the day. So that's what I like about the actual physical copy. So last one that I have in physical print, but there are others also that you can check out on Amazon. You have a link in my bio. So New Witch in Town, which is young adult or urban fantasy. I'm fascinated by witches. I'm fascinated with having magical powers to control the world. So that's why I fantasize about having magical powers, and I do like to write about fantasies like that. I'm working on another book right now that will be about witches again. I also have a trilogy, which I don't have physical copies of, about aliens that come to live in Montreal and they get to experiment the human life. So you can check that out too. Thanks for your support. Thanks for being here today. I think I'll be live tomorrow at around 11, between 11 and noon here Eastern time. So make sure you follow my profile so you can be here live with me. I also have recordings of those live available on YouTube. So if you want to see what my YouTube name is, it's in my bio also. Thank you. Bye.